What's up? Today we are talking about Amazon Prime deals on the Model Railroad Show. So, what's up? Welcome back. My name is George. You're watching the Model Railroad Show and wanted to do a quick video because it is Prime Day, or Prime couple of days as they do now, and talk about 5 things here that you could definitely use for your modeling. Even if you're not doing model railroading, but and you're a hobbyist or regular model builder, these things all will be pretty useful to you. All right, so first thing on the list, we'll get right into it, is the small ShopVac. All right, it's a 1-gallon wet dry vac. Love this. You need a vacuum, especially if you're doing model railroading, you're building a layout, or you're dealing with any type of scenery stuff. You need that vacuum. Definitely comes in handy. And while big shop vacs are great, they are just that. They are big. You need something small. Many of us, are working in a bedroom or what have you, and you don't want to be using your wife's vacuum to be vacuuming up your scenery stuff. So again, this small shop vac here, 20% off on Prime Day on the link below. So $55, made by ShopVac, name brand, not some off crazy stuff. And again, pretty good deal. You definitely need it. Second thing right here, I keep on my desk. You need one of these if you're modeling. This is a self-healing mat. They're great. They take a beating. They've got grid lines so you can do quick measurements. They've got square lines so you can help you square up buildings or what have you, whatever you're doing. You don't have to worry about anything, cutting into them. You can cut right on them. They are awesome. There's a number of different sizes here. The deal on the Prime Day, the biggest deal is on this 24 by 36 on the link that I left below. I have a 24 by 24. Honestly, could have gone a little bit bigger. Wasn't sure how big I wanted to go with when I bought this. I will probably, on my desk size here, replace this with a 24 by 36. These things come in a number of different colors. I went with the classic green. I think white would take a beating. There's a couple of other colors. What I would not go with is black, especially if you're a model railroader. A lot of these parts, wheels, couplers, things that we're using are black, and I gotta believe they're not going to be as easy to find on a black mat. So again, green works well for me. I can see just about everything on it that I drop. Awesome deal there, and 18% off on the 36 by 24 that is here. I couldn't find a 24 by 24 that was a good deal on Prime, and I just didn't want to put anything up here. So 18% off, so $32 for the Amazon Prime deal. Next on the list is an Xacto knife kit. If you're doing this, you need Xacto knives. You need a comfortable handle, and the reason you need a comfortable handle is just to be able to have a nice grip when you're cutting something. This Xacto knife kit here has 3 handles, 2 of the classic skinny Xacto knife handles, and one of these nice comfort handles. I have one of these comfort handles in here somewhere right here. Doesn't look as good as this one that's on Amazon, but this thicker handle is nice to have. All right, and this does come with a number of blades. Very cool. And $8.49, so almost 40% off for Prime Day on this one that I found. And it's a 16 piece, so number of replacement blades. You do need the chisel blades. They come in handy a lot. And then beyond the chisel blades, there's a bunch of other blades in here. I use mostly what I would call the chisel blade, and then I use what I would, and now I'm not gonna be able to find one here. I've got some right here. I keep a spare blade kit. I use mostly these chisels, these small chisel blades, and then I tend to use what in healthcare we would call essentially a number 11 blade. So those are the blades that I use the most. Next on the list, you need paintbrushes, and you're going to go through paintbrushes, especially when you're modeling. I feel like paintbrushes do get beat up, but it's nice to have a paintbrush assortment. I've put this assortment up here. It's a 20-piece paintbrush with a holder, which is nice because otherwise paintbrushes wind up in cups, or they wind up I mean, everywhere I've got paintbrushes all over the place. So I do wish I had a nice little holder. This might be something that I'll look at. And when you look at this, especially if you're a model railroader, you're like, you know, there's like those 5 big fat paintbrushes down at the end I don't need. Let me tell you, I think these would be great for some weathering, for some chalk work. Paintbrushes aren't just for paint, especially when you're model railroading. So with me and N scale, even with HO scale, you are doing some finer detail stuff. So these chisel, they have a couple of chisel brushes in here, you know, a wide assortment, some fine stuff, and these look like they have a nice, comfortable handle. And you know, if you're painting small stuff and you get the shakes, like even sometimes I get the shakes when I'm trying to paint small stuff, it's good to have a comfortable handle and not really the skinny wood stick that you're trying to grip on. So again, it's a good deal. These are 25% off, so $20 for the 20-piece set, $15.99 for the 15-piece set. Again, like free next day delivery. Definitely a must-have. You can never have enough paintbrushes. You'll need them eventually. Finally, the last thing on the list, and again, you know, any kind of modeling you're doing, I do not have one of these. I really want one of these. I need one of these. This is these LED magnifier desk lamps. You can see this is a magnifying glass, and it's got an LED ring light to it. Would come in real handy. It's USB powered. Very cool. 12% off on Prime Day, so $26. I mean, for a lamp, it's not bad at all. And it's got the magnifying glass that you can kind of pull in to see, especially if you're cutting or if you're, you know, putting together a coupler, especially in N scale, stuff gets small. So the magnifying glass is definitely helpful. I don't have a magnifying glass here. I really do need one. I do have a small LED light that's really, I mean, this thing here, but this does not cut the mustard. It's just what I have. So this would be very cool. You can pull it in and direct the light to where you need it. 26 bucks. Again, I mean, not bad, not bad. So Prime Day is a cool thing. I mean, Amazon always has great deals. As I would say always, if you have a local hobby shop, always support your local hobby shop. But a lot of us live in areas where we don't have a hobby shop that either, you know, stocks, especially some of this craft stuff, some of this general stuff that you need, or some of us just live remote and we don't have a hobby shop that we can drive to. Cool things for Amazon. That's why I went mostly like the craft route. Yeah, get one of these desk mats if you don't have one. And even if you're just modeling on a table, it will save your table. And then, you know, your wife doesn't have to get mad because you're messing up the dining room table. Listen, I'm George. Hit that thumbs up, ring that bell, and hit the subscribe button if you like this video and you want to know when I upload more videos. And I will catch you in the next one. Later.